Okay, welcome back to another video in this data analysis series because Praise Obioma, founder analytics, still speaking. So today we'll be talking about in this video we'll be talking about types of variables. Our focus will be on numerical and categorical variables, right? So, what are numerical variables? Numerical variables are also called quantitative variables. So, they're actually very simple. They are variables that come in as numbers. They don't, they are just they come in as numbers and um, they don't have a category. They don't have category. They are not categorized, right? So, the opposite there is qualitative data or categorical variable, right? So qualitative data they come in as category, they come in groups, right? So we're talking about variables here. So let me give an example of numeric um, variable. So your age is a very good example of numeric variable. Age comes in as numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. While categorical variables, we can have something like your class. What class are you in? So you are in, or maybe what level of study are you in? You can be in your first year, or your second year, or your third year, or fourth year, or your department. What department are you in? You can have various categories of department. So numerical data, we also have other examples like height, have other examples like weight that come in numbers overall. So, but there is a very important um, thing to note here that not all um, um, data sets that come in numbers are numeric. Like for a good example is your serial number. So serial number, even though it comes in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is a category because no two persons can have the same serial number. So each serial number is unique to the person. So it's a kind of a category, right? So the same as your phone number, the same as your house address, they are more like categorical variables. While they are, although some of them come in as they come in numbers, but they are not quantitative, and therefore you can actually classify them as numerical variables. So then for categorical variables, we have two types of categorical variables, nominal variables, and we have two scales rather, nominal scale and ordinal scale. So when you have a category like age, age group, for instance. So now age is a numerical variable, if I'm correct, yes. But age group is a categorical variable, right? So that's where you group age into different cadres, different classes. So it becomes a categorical variable. So I was talking about nominal and ordinal categorical variable. So nominal and ordinal categorical variable, a good example of that is when you have your year of study and you have color. So now your color, choice of color is nominal because there is no hierarchy, there is no order to the variable. It has no meaningful order. Blue is not bigger than yellow, is not greater than red, is not greater than orange. So there is no order in color, right? So white is not greater than black, black is not greater than white. But when you come to a categorical variable like um, um, I mentioned level of study, right? So for level of study, 100 level is lesser than 200 level. 200 level is lesser than 300 level. 300 level is lesser than 400 level. And if you turn it the other way around, it has and order. That's just the point. There is an order. So that's for categorical, nominal, and ordinal variable. So under numeric variable, we also have two scales. There we have the ratio scale and the continuous scale. So which you can see here on the screen. So the continuous and the ratio scale, they are numeric, mean they are basically numeric variable types, right? So the difference between ratio and continuous scale. Okay, we also have interval scale. Okay, but the major difference between continuous and ratio scale is continuous scale has presence of decimals in it, while ratio scale do not have presence of decimal in it. So with that, I think that is much for understanding data and variables. So also to mention as a side note, there's one more article that I must mention as a side note. Alright, so there's something we call having a meaningful zero and not having a meaningful zero. I don't know if you have come across it in data types or variable types, mainly when it comes to numeric variables, right? So, so sorry. Okay, all right. So is so the ratio variable actually has a true zero, while the interval, like I mentioned earlier, variable does not have a true zero. It has an arbitrary zero. So what does it mean, right? So these are still under numeric variables, right? So these are scale types under numeric variable. So for the ratio variable, it's just like age. When someone is 0 years old, that means there is absence of age. There is no age recorded yet, right? But when someone is 0 degree, when you see you want to measure temperature and say the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. 0 degrees Celsius does not mean the absence of temperature, the phenomenon temperature. It does not measure low temperature. It actually measures equality of temperature. It actually shows that yeah, the temperature is cold. And so how you basically understand it, interval scales usually have they usually go to the negative when it comes to the line number. So continuous scale, like I said, they usually have decimals, while ratio scales are majorly integers that have no true, so that have a true zero, that's an absolute zero. So with this, I think we have come to the very end of understanding data and variable types. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.